Mother Regina Voronieska, rightly called the humble servant of God's truth, pervades the Catholic ethos of Karnataka, especially of Mysore Diocese, in a way that nothing else does. Her unmistakable abiding presence in the Mysore mission is indeed a dynamic influence. She, a true Ursuline, a true daughter of Mary Immaculate, became a pathbreaker in molding and shaping the Satya Seva Catechist Sisters mission in India and in Europe. Little Jolanta was born on 12 September 1921 at Byzecin, Poland, to Richard Voronieska and Jadwiga Kotenska. Richard was an aviator and engineer, met a tragic death in an air crash. Soon his wife too died, leaving 7-year-old Jolanta and younger brother Jerzy orphans. Thus, Ursuline Sisters of the Roman Union took Jolanta under their care, educated and assisted her in her infancy to find solace before the Blessed Sacrament. Jolanta grew in appearance, wisdom and in grace. Her love for God was extraordinary and she was exemplary in her talents. On 28 September 1943, she joined the Ursuline religious order. She made her final profession on 4th March 1949. Soon, she obtained a master's degree in theology under the guidance of Karol Joseph Wojtyła, who later on became Pope John Paul II. As per the invitation of Bishop Matthias Fernandes of Mysore Diocese, on 17th December 1971, she travelled to India for a year-long apostolic experience. She happily accepted the promised land, Mariapura in Kolagal, as a cradle for her mission. The traditional hopelessness of the region, the harsh forest climate, and the rural inaccessibility of the place, nothing could stop her. She began to labor with love. Sister Regina was not the run-of-the-mill foreign missionary with concrete plans and projects. She had perhaps a heart of gold. She was just a lonely missionary making inroads into the hearts of the poorest of the poor, armed only with a faith in God and in the church. Though she had landed in Kolagal just for 1 year of mission, when the superiors asked her to return, she requested for an extension, but having denied of it, then sought leave of absence. And even on its expiry, she had no other choice than to seek dispensation from the Ursuline Union and found a new congregation. With the blessing of Bishop Matthias Fernandes and with the spiritual directions of Father Jim Connolly, the new congregation came into existence. Satya Seva Catechist Sisters of the Family. Mother Regina was indeed very intelligent, qualified in many subjects, knew many languages. She was a very good teacher, excellent artist, musician, architect, good organizer, formator and an able superior. What you see in this museum are her own artistic creations. She communicated catechetical as well as the moral lessons of the church in and through the media of art. This painting on the wall is a wonderful tribute to Our Lady of Velankani. She painted numerous charts to promote the gospel values, to depict the stations of the cross, to explain and teach the importance of sacraments, to cultivate devotion to the Holy Trinity and to the Blessed Virgin Mary. Ever since Sister Regina came to this mission land, just one thing remained as priority to her. She always focused on the catechetical needs of the families. Thus, by a family apostolate, she was trying to transform the local families, making the parents as role models and faith educators. She believed that evangelization and catechesis of the families should be carried out through regular family visits. And it is because of this desire and demand that she has been able to design and develop a small and humble group of catechist sisters. Yes, she, the ardent adorer of the Blessed Sacrament, lover of the poor, demands one thing from us, that is, obedience and conformity to the will of God. She urges us to be the living Gospels. Thank you.